Hello everybody, this is a ribes, a flowering currant, which is actually about to pop into flower right about now, but I've decided I'm going to repot it anyway. I'm going to lose a few flowers when I trim the top a bit, but I think it's going to look really nice in this blue belly pot that I had for Christmas, and so I've decided I'm going to go ahead and repot it now rather than wait. Okay, so let's get it out of this seed tray that it's in. It only went into here, I think, last year. The label has disappeared, no doubt half-inched by, well, I'm sure it's a starling or something that steals the labels. But as I suspected, it's not even begun to fill out this tray, which means I shouldn't have to remove too much in the way of roots to get it into this little pot. I mean, it's basically it's rooted out some is what it's done. Again, that's why I say it's always a good idea not to keep repotting year on year out. But yeah, I'm really not going to have to take off much root to fit it into this pot. Some, but not a huge amount, not enough to set the plant back too badly. So let's find my skizzers. I know I bang on and say it, if you watch all my videos you get sick of me saying it, but these set are specifically used just for root pruning and nothing else, so I don't ruin my best shears cutting into the soil. So that is going to fit in there really rather nicely without too much ado. Take off a bit more of the gacky old compost which is still in there. I've already got a reasonably nice little nebari, so I'm not going to have to take the top back too much, which I'm glad about. So here we go. Let's put in a nice layer of fresh soil in the bottom. Not too much. And we can try for a fit. Not bad. I want it over to the right hand side. It's got this nice little lean, as it were. This was just a nursery pot. I forget how much, nursery plant. I forget how much I paid for it. Not a great deal. I don't believe. As I say, it's a ribes, a flowering currant. So yeah, I'm going to take that back out again whilst I put in some of the controlled release fertilizer. Mix that into the top layer. I don't want it to go down to the bottom because I don't want all the goodness in the bottom of the pot where it then gets washed out of the drainage hole, which obviously I'd already put a mesh in. And yeah, I'm liking that. That's looking good. Okay, so we'll fill that in. So I'm just covering with a layer of gravel, which I've started to do with a lot of my trees at the moment. I quite like it. I don't like moss, and it gives quite a nice aesthetic, I think, and it also means if you get any moss it's easier to pull it out. Same with any weeds that sort of blow into the pot, they come out quite nicely. Okay, so That wasn't too drastic a root prune. So I'm not going to do a huge amount, but I am going to do a little bit of work to the top of the tree, so we'll give it a drink first. Okay, wash all that grit out, dust out rather. If you don't get the dust out, it tends to sit in amongst the larger particles and just clags it up like concrete. Brilliant. Now I can see that that's running clear now. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of wire on this branch. They don't wire well, this particular tree. Once the branches get any kind of thickness, they don't wire well, they're very brittle. But this branch I think is still small enough that I can get away with putting a small bend into it, like so. They also have hollow branches, which again makes it more difficult when you're trying to wire them. They just snap. I'm going to take this branch out first. I don't like it coming back across the trunk, so that'll help balance some of the roots I've taken off, and I'm also going to take off a bit more further up as well, but I shouldn't lose too many flowers. I think you can see the pink of where the flowers are almost ready to pop. I can just get the camera to focus. Okay, so a little bit of wire. Out to the tip and beyond, and then I can just put a little bit of movement in. Because although this branch is coming more or less out from the front, I think it's thin enough that we can get away with doing that with it. Yes. Okay, so just cut off that excess wire. I'm going to cut that back to there, and I'm going to shorten the entire tree by removing that top piece there. Okay, so not terribly drastic. Okay, so I've got the wire anchored. I shall have to really watch this wire doesn't cut in, but give it a little bit more movement. There we go, that's better. There isn't a whole lot going out of the back of this tree. Hopefully I can get it to do a little bit more 3D as the years go by. There's a dead piece there to take out. And yeah. So there you have it. Let's move back just a fraction so you can get pot and all. And we'll go 360. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Not bad for 10 minutes work. I'm not going to post this video until it's actually in flower. So I'll hold this off. It's the 18th of April, 18th of February today, so I'm hoping it's going to be flowering nicely in about a week's time. So we'll do our thank yous for watching when it's actually in flower. Okay, so I've done a little bit more fiddling with the branches, positioning, and I've just put in a little bit more of a movement in an up and down direction on that one, and the same with the one at the back. And I'm also going to put just a piece of wire on this little branch here, just to make it a little bit more 3D. It's a very fine branch and I don't want to snap it, and we'll need some eagle eye on it to make sure it doesn't, the wire doesn't cut in too terribly. But that's just going to make it shoot off in that direction a little more, I hope. I'm even tempted to wire that piece. Just anchor that. And just make it just a little bit more, as I say, a bit more 3D. There we go. So, quick 360. This tree is a little bit upright in the pot. I hadn't noticed that till now. And just soon fix that. I think, yeah, that's better. A quick 360. Have the tree angled quite nicely towards the viewer, I think. It is a little two-dimensional, but these added bits will gradually fill out, I hope, and over the next year or so begin to give it a more well-rounded canopy. I'm not going to post this video until it flowers, so I'm going to leave it on this note and put these video files away in the computer, and then in a week or so, 10 days, hopefully when it's in flower, I can do a bit more filming and add it all together for one video for you. Okay, so it's the 9th of March now. Honestly, I don't recall the date that I filmed the previous part of this video when I repotted this tree into this lovely blue pot. I think it was a good couple of weeks ago, and the tree isn't completely in flower. It's still got some buds that are only partially opened. I'm hoping it's going to continue to do so. We've passed the worst of the frosts for the time being. The forecast now is wet and windy, but I thought I would make the end of this video now while the flowers are out and looking really nice, and before the weather gets a chance to spoil them. I'm hoping the tree will actually look even better, and I'll probably post a picture on Instagram or Twitter, or both. As always, the can's there for scale. I'll give you a quick 360. The flowers are very delicate. Okay, more try and give you a quick close-up of one of the flowers. Very delicate flowers, and I think eventually, hopefully, this tree will increase its ramification, and next year we'll have many more branches and many more of these absolutely delightful flowers. Thank you so much for watching. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe.